says. You know, I like when they say family.
Because we family. We are.
Amen.
Welcome to Rebrand.
We love you.
I love y'all.
What's up, Yashika?
Far too many times we try to build ourselves and act how other people want us to act. And so just not, you really are growing when you're not focusing on what other people's visions of you.
Sometimes you got to go to war to get your peace.
And sometimes you don't even know what peace is until after you've been through war.
I am somebody. I am somebody. Respect me. Protect me. Never neglect me. I am somebody. Nobody will save us from us, for us, but us. I may be unskilled, but I am somebody. In my mind can conceive it. And my heart can believe it. I know I can achieve it. I am somebody. I am God's child. Red and yellow, black and white, we're all precious in God's sight. Stand up. Push on. Stand up. Push on. What time is it? What time is it? What time is it? I am somebody.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Rebranders Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Goodson, alongside a host of other great people tonight. Want to say before we get the show started, rest in peace, Jesse Jackson. For all those of you who do not realize, he passed away yesterday. I think that yesterday was the 17th of February 2026. But first, let's go ahead. Well, second, I guess, let's go ahead and get the show started with our crew. I want to say hello, but first, before we do that, what's up, Helen? We missed you. We can't wait till you get back. All right, now let's get to my crew that's at hand right now. What's up, Ace? How you doing?
Good. How everybody doing out there in TV land and everywhere else you watching us?
Sounds good to me. TV
And you too,
land,
Yashika.
YouTube land and everything else. Yashika, what's happening? How you doing? I knew she was
That's all
going
I'm
to be.
talking.
I
Wait a
knew
minute.
she was.
Hold on, let me start the screen so I can
ready.
lip read. She says hello.
Sorry
everybody.
about that.
Oh.
I'm doing well, and I'm even better now that I know that Ace didn't jump off a bridge. Listen, he was broke down yesterday, y'all, with Jesse.
With Jesse passing, yeah.
I told him to keep his head up. I wasn't sure.
Jesse's dead. Once I
wasn't
read
sure
what happened, I'm not
I'm happy to see you. Listen, all jokes aside, I'm good. Thank you.
Knick-knack paddywhack. What's happening, Nikki? How you doing tonight?
What's up, Dickie? What's
Okay. We doing
how
nicknames
you
tonight.
doing?
We done nicknamed it out, huh?
Yeah.
Knick-knack paddywhack.
All right, before we get to our guests, let's go ahead and go to the comments real quick. Corey, wow, good evening.
What's
How
up,
you
Corey?
doing?
What's up?
K-Ham, what's happening? Always glad to see K-Ham.
K-Ham,
And
what's
ladies
up,
and
man?
gentlemen, look, it's Carla Harris. Put your hands
Carla,
together.
what's up now?
Carla is part of the reason why tonight was made possible. Thank you so much, Carla. All right, y'all. So now we have a couple that's on our show that I'm very excited to have on. They come all the way from, we're just going to say in the DFW Metroplex. I don't want to give too much of their information away. But anyway, they have a company that we're very excited to kind of be working with tonight. The name of it is FoundationMentalWellness.com. Well, .com, that's the website. And but anyway, they are here tonight to tell us they have some great opportunities for those of you who need some mental health. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Not classes, I guess. Coaching, just mental health. Yeah, just say help.
Sure.
But anyway, ladies, please put your hands together for Malcolm and Amber Snell, please.
Thank you.
Welcome, you two.
All right.
Thank you.
We're happy to be here.
Great. Well, hey, look, we want to go ahead and start just jump right on into the questions, because what we want to talk about is mental health. We talked about this a little bit before the show, and I talked about it. We had this conversation about 2 or 3 weeks ago as well, and it was a good show. But I want to kind of break it down a little bit more, and also have you guys tell me exactly what it is you guys do and how we can actually help some of the people out there. So let's go ahead and get the show started. All right, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Absolutely. You want to do it?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so we are Foundation Mental Wellness. Okay, we are an online mental health platform. We're 24/7, 365 mental health support for anybody out there. You know, Amber and I come from the insurance industry, right? I'm a longtime broker. She's a longtime broker. And, you know, if you have a regular job, you know, and they offer health insurance, they always say, yeah, mental health is part of it, right? And it is part of it until you go to use it. We've had so many different times where we've had people come to us and say, you know, they only give us 1 or 2 mental health appointments per year. And that's not going to help anybody. You know, as a broker, it really, really frustrates you when you cannot help a person with what they need. So, you know, we've got so many relationships going on 5 years ago. We said, you know what, with the relationships we have, the networks that we're a part of, why can't we put it together ourselves? And on top of that, why can't we make it affordable for everybody, for all the masses? You know, so what we did was we did some market research on who's the best, who's the most expensive, what are their ratings, what are their reviews, and we put together Foundation Mental Wellness. Okay. And if you take a look at our website, we are the most inexpensive, right? But we carry more weight than any online platform out there. Okay. There's a platform out there they're called BetterHelp, right? They're charging more than $300 a month. You know, and our base price is $69.99 for an individual. And, you know, we're very, very passionate about the fact that we want every race, color, creed. We want everybody to have access to mental health care, right? We have a network of over 2,000 licensed clinicians nationwide that can help them 24/7, 365. Another thing is that our people can go and make appointments with the same therapist, right? We're very adamant about this, to where they can keep on going with the same therapist so they don't have to rehash trauma over and over and over again. It's very, very important to us, right? We also wanted to make sure that we handle any type of trauma. We wanted to make sure we had people that specialize in any type of trauma, you know, from PTSD to drug and alcohol abuse, LGBTQ, ABCDFG, the whole thing. Okay.
That's how I say it now.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
We set it up kind of like a triage line, to where once they enroll in the program, they go live, they call into the triage line, and there's a therapist that answers the phone that can figure out what the situation is and set an appointment with a therapist that specializes in that. So that's why we've been so popular and going so strong. You want to say something?
Yeah, and you know, to your point, Anthony, earlier we were talking about true mental health, right?
Right.
Don't have a mental health show and talk about, you know, just having a mental health day. And to that point, so in my experience going through the health insurance, you know, protocol, you have to go to therapy, and then you have to go to a psychologist, then you have to go to a psychiatrist, and they want you to do that STEP program. But with Foundation Mental Wellness, you can go onto your dashboard and you can schedule an appointment day one with a psychologist or a psychiatrist. So there's some people that have our program so they can get their medication refilled.
Yeah.
We have teenagers that, you know, have, you know, crisis, and they need to go straight to who they need to see to get the help that they need. And most importantly, at an affordable rate. So.
That's absolutely okay. Let's break it down. Let's go back a little bit, because So now, mental health. What exactly is mental health? Everybody don't know what all these things are, right? Trauma. What is trauma? What is mental wellness and all those things? I think I said before the show, a friend of mine called me and said something about he hated when people say you need to take a mental health day, when people who actually have mental health problems can't just take a day. So let's go back real quick. ChatGPT says this question, and I'll let the rest of my crew ask next. But what does being mentally well actually look like today?
That's a good question.
I would answer that as feeling comfortable in your own skin. We have something every year that we call Men's Mental Health Month, right? And especially as an African-American man, I was raised where, I don't know about where you come from, but I was raised not to say anything. If you're feeling something, you keep it quiet, you suck it up. You know what I mean? Especially as a man in America. And it was a stigma. There was a terrible stigma on mental health. Are you going to go see a shrink? Is that what you're going to do? So we really wanted to make sure that we opened it up. And we feel like men are coming forward more and more with their mental health issues, and they're talking to counselors and that sort of thing.
This question is why do men struggle to talk openly about their emotions so much? You know what? It changes, though. I mean, I don't want to sound googly or whatever the word may be, but me and Ace, we open up as men to each other. We tell each other.
Don't put me in your combo.
Well, let me rephrase that. Ace opens up a lot. But seriously though, why do men struggle? Is it because we're that manly man? We come from a wood chopping background, and we're not supposed to talk about your feelings. You're supposed to die of a heart attack.
You're a drill instructor.
Right. Okay. So I have a history, military history as a drill instructor. Okay. For my last 9 years in military, I was a senior drill instructor, and I'm sure that I inflicted a lot of mental anguish on a lot of young
sure.
You look familiar, Ace. You look like you came through. So
I'll be crying already if I remember.
I got a little nervous when you came on. But it was my job to really try and change a person over from being a civilian to a military person. And the only way that you can do that is to really, really inflict, mental pain on them. And as I think about it today, where I've come from now to today, how many people did I give trauma to? You know what I mean? Because in order for you to go to war, you have to be changed. You can't be a civilian and go to war. And so we think about that. How many of those people could I have helped? I'll tell you a funny story. One year they came out with these things called stress cards, right? And I was #1 drill instructor, so I wanted my stuff to be right. And they told all the troops that they came in, okay, now if your drill instructor is being too hard with you, pull a stress card, and he's supposed to back off you. And I remember I had a flight of about 400 people. I said, I'm going to tell you like this here. I want to know who's going to pull the first stress card. And, I don't know what happened, but I didn't see a stress card the whole time.
You saw some shaky hands want to reach for it.
Yeah, they might have wanted to pull one out, but we didn't have any pulling anybody. But, on a serious note, there's so much trauma that goes on. I don't know your background, but most people who are over 30 or over 35, they grew up with parents from a different generation, right? They weren't afraid to not spare the rod on you, versus today. And especially with boys, we were taught to be tough. Hey man, you got to do what I tell you to do, or you're going to get it, and a lot of that was trauma. Truly trauma. Today, that would be dealt with in a whole. I tell my mother all the time, I could call right now and get her up on some charges because we got some.
Hey, them jails be full.
At least 25 felonies that I can remember.
So I have a couple more questions when we come back about how does pressure to be strong affect men and mental health when we come back. And I know the rest of the crew got something else. I'll let them ask the question first. We'll see y'all in about a minute and a half.
Squad. Unexpected like a mixtape, catch you at your crib if you read this is too late. When it's chop at it, now you running like a track race. Catching by waiting on his venom, cut his head off, leave it with a full plate. Put the metal to him now I call it race face. Unexpected like a mixtape, catch you at your crib if you read this is too late. When it's chop at it, Now he running like a track race. Catch a while he waiting on his dinner. Cut his head over the with a full plate.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
Want to bring that curb appeal back to your home or business? Let us help you. Call Ace Power Washing at 469-337-4080 or email us at powerwashingace3@gmail.com. Whether it's sidewalks, driveways, house or building washing, we'll take care of it. Call or email today for your free quote. We'll see you soon.
Black History Month 2026. Y'all, I don't know about y'all, but I like Black History Month as much as I like Christmas. And I love Christmas. Let me go ahead and tell y'all that. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Young, Stressed, and Silent. We have Malcolm and Amber Snell with us today. The owners of FoundationMentalWellness.com. You can go to the website. It's not a .com in the official name. But anyway, before we went to the break, I said I was going to ask a question, but I'm going to let the cast ask the question first. Do y'all have something y'all want to throw out there?
Yes, I see y'all the 24/7. I think that's like a great thing. The first question: do you guys get a lot of, I guess, suicide prevention calls? People reaching out like that with you guys?
So we partner with Suicide 988 Suicide Hotline because while they're more an immediate resource, ours is designed for more ongoing therapy. Mm-hmm. So we have on our website and different places. Listen, if you're in immediate need, please hang up, dial 911 or call 988 Suicide Hotline.
Sure. Okay. But if you're involved in our platform and you're already taking appointments and you're feeling anxiety in the middle of the night, and it's not an emergency, you pick up, call our line, the therapist will answer, and you can get taken care of for sure.
Okay, so $69 a month can get me. Now, how many times? Maybe you said this already, but how many times can I call in or can I come see you guys for that price?
Unlimited.
It's unlimited.
Unlimited. Yep.
Now, what's the age group again?
12 years old to 99.
Yeah.
And so here's kind of the process, right? So once you sign up, you get your stuff going. It's the first of the month. You get a dashboard that you get to log into, and there's going to be 4 tiles. One is going to be your online therapy, right? So that's a phone call. You can put that number in your phone, and whenever you need help, or you know what, sometimes it's you just have a little something with your spouse and you're like, listen, I need an unbiased opinion. Right. Everybody in this house is going to take somebody's side because they like him, they like me, we don't know, right? But you just need that unbiased opinion.
Right.
You can call
it. I wonder though, when we're talking about, I think we talked about this in our pre-show last night, mental wellness and all these things. How does it change? Like there's a chemical imbalance in people and that doesn't change.
Yeah.
It's the same with Moses. I believe they had the guy in the cave. I don't know how biblical verse you guys are, but he had all the demons or whatever in him. And today we still have people with chemical imbalances. But now we have social media. We have all these things that kind of goes, I don't know if that's more traumatic experiences, but are y'all seeing a whole lot of social media issues being called in?
Yeah, that's definitely playing a big role in the eating disorders. So we have a lot of young ladies that are struggle with eating disorders, and they have, that's more of our psychiatry side. Like I was saying, there's 4 tiles. So you have therapy, psychology, those eating disorders, those are going to the psychologist, psychiatrist, and we actually involve regular medical urgent care. And people are like, why would you do that? Well, think about it. If you've had a headache for 4 days and you can't kick your headache, it's going to start playing on your mental health. You just feel like crap. So that's why that all plays together. So
that's why we added that.
But to your point, chemical imbalances. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So my mother struggles with mental illness. Okay, I'm a direct result of a mom who has bipolar and she's manic depressant. And so being raised by a woman like that, I went to 13 elementary schools. Okay.
Wow.
Because 1 minute she said, I want her back. And the next minute she said, get the hell out. And so I had this ping pong ball life of now she wants me, now she doesn't want me. Now she wants me. Oh, wait, now she went to jail because she was crazy and beat up somebody, right? And so now all that to say, the chemical imbalances, those are things that you need the medication, you need the psychiatry. And it's absolutely imperative to live life.
Absolutely. That's the number one reason why we put in the trauma line. Okay. We want to make sure that we know exactly what we're dealing with. So person that answers that phone is going to, just like when you go to an emergency room, they're going to evaluate what's going on with you. And a lot of times if a person is psychosomatic or they're out of control, they may go directly, we may guide them directly to some other help, that's over and above what we offer, which is inpatient. So that's why we felt like it was so important. A lot of these companies out here, they just want to do the therapy. And then maybe they find out later when someone has a traumatic response or a psychosopathic response. We want to make sure that we do it up front. We find out what's going on and we lead them in the right direction. Very important.
Interesting. Oh, go ahead, Ace. I'm sorry.
Could you guys kind of break down difference between a psychologist and
therapist?
Pronounce it.
Let me break it down in nursing, right? So you have a nurse, and then you have a nurse practitioner, and then you have a physician's assistant that can write a medication, right? So that's the same idea. So it's the therapist would be the nurse. Hey, we're going to go in, we're going to give you coping mechanisms, we're going to talk through what's going on. I'm going to teach you some ways that you can cope with that. Next would be the nurse practitioner, right? Something a little bit more than just that regular nurse can help with. Hey, listen, let's talk heavy breathing. Let's talk about, the deep root cause, what's going on there. And then the psychiatrist would be more like a physician's assistant or the doctor. They're going to say, okay, now we're going to get you on some medications. This is going to be your dosing. Now we're going to meet every 3 months so we can make sure it's the right dose, needs to adjust, so on and so forth.
Right.
Very interesting. I never knew that. That's very good information. Hey, look, we want to talk a little bit more about the vetting process. Actually, I guess you just kind of did that, but we'll talk a little bit more about it whenever we come back from this break. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and we got a game that I kind of created. It's called What Is It Known? Actually, I did. I'm lying. ChatGPT created it, but I'm going to implement it tonight. What are they known for?
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time!
Should I change that, Nikki? No?
No, I think it's great.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. I would have asked you, Sheikah, but she would have answered differently. Hey, y'all, this is the game. This is the game. All I'm going to do is simply put up a person's face, and we should probably all know the people's faces. We might not get to all 8 of them. We may not. But just tell me 4 movies or TV shows they are known for, according to
Don't put y'all money on me.
Okay. We can do it together, right?
Don't put
Yeah,
your
we
money
do it
on me.
together. Yeah. And we want the audience to participate in this as well. 4, and it's actually kind of tricky. So I'll put up, say, I don't want to say anybody because it might be on the list. And if I put this person up, you're thinking, oh yeah, their number 1 movie or a movie they won an Oscar for. When in reality, that's not necessarily the one. This is according to IMDb. All right, are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is Will Smith known for?
That slap.
The Fresh
Slap.
The Fresh Prince, his rap career.
Fresh Prince is one of them. Very good.
Slap's
Any other
not one of
movies? No, the Slap is not one.
I Am Legend.
Independence Day, I Am Legend, and one more.
Men in Black.
Men in Black is it. Very good. We got it as a team.
I know it wasn't the Wild Wild West. I know that.
Viola Davis, what is she known for?
Got
get away with murder.
Had a little snot hanging when she cried. She real dramatic. With it.
The Help.
The Help, that's one.
How to Get Away with Murder.
No.
What?
Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I give you a hint. She did
Oh.
a movie with Denzel.
Fences.
Fences. And the other two. And audience, we need your help on this one. Somebody said The Help, Deborah Goodson, that's correct. And also Doubt, I've never heard of it. And then Woman King. Corey Rouse said The Help.
Woman King.
Fences.
Okay, yeah.
Woman King.
Woman King. Yeah,
She was in the weight room for that one, Lou. She was kind of cut up a little bit. Like when
Yeah,
Angela
she was
Bassett was
real
Tina
cut
Turner.
up.
All right. Malcolm and Amber. What? This should be pretty easy. Michael B. Jordan. What is he?
Black Panther.
Black
The
Panther.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Black Panther is one of them.
Fruitvale Station. Fruitvale
Fruitvale Station is another one.
Sinners.
Sinners.
Good guess, but absolutely
Oh,
no.
Sinners is too new, huh?
Probably too new, yeah.
What?
What's the
Creed.
movie they had to see? Oh, yeah.
Y'all miss Creed.
Oh, Creed. Yeah.
Creed. That's right.
And go one further. How's that?
Creed 2.
There we go. Boom.
He got off easy. They were just and number 2.
I'm pretty good at Taboo. All right, y'all. Y'all ready for another one? And the next one is Queen Latifah.
Oh, what's the
Living Single.
Set it off.
None of those.
Set it off.
Set it
That's
off.
what I was
That's
thinking of.
None of those.
Oh, what about Just Right?
No.
No.
Her rap
I'm not a Queen Latifah fan.
House Party 2?
Actually, hers are pretty hard. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that now.
Wait. No, what's the movie? She had the new
rich?
scene.
Holiday.
Man.
Oh yeah, I like that movie. Just Right. Whatever.
Yeah, Just Right was good with Common. I love
Taxi. What about Taxi?
They
Let's see what
put
the
Taxi
audience
on
is
her and
saying.
everything she did.
Barbershop. She wasn't in Barbershop, I don't think. Set It
Beauty
Off
Shop.
is not on here.
What?
And The Equalizer. No, she is actually known for Chicago. I guess I don't know. Stage play again.
Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Hairspray, another play. Bringing Down the House, which is actually pretty good, and Taxi, which is pretty good as well.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Was that a
those are pretty hard.
15-year-old made this list?
Yeah, those are pretty hard. All right, here's the easy one right here. This might be even more difficult. Samuel L. Jackson.
Anything, motherfucker.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Avengers.
No, that's a good guess, but no.
Django.
Good guess, but no.
What?
But you're close.
Jackie Brown.
No, of course
Brown.
not. Come on, y'all got to think a little bit more.
Juice.
No.
What's the movie he played in with Halle Berry where she was a drug addict?
No, good guess though.
What is
You got-
Then I
you gotta
hope you
think
burn
more
in hell. What was
Right
that
there.
one?
What? Wait.
Yeah.
Time to
Time
Kill.
to Kill. Yeah.
No, not a Time to Kill.
Oh.
Y'all got to think more commercial.
Wait a minute.
That's the one where he had the girl in chains. He had the girl in a chain.
Uh-huh. That was
That's a good one, but that's not on there. Sorry.
Formula
Y'all got to
Fix.
think. Let me give you some hints. You don't want to get on. You don't want to fly with him.
Snakes on the Plane.
So Snakes on the Plane is one of them. Kingsman. I don't think I can give y'all Kingsman.
Pulp Fiction.
And then
gotta be there.
the other one is a sequel, a semi-sequel to Django, I believe, and to something else, I believe.
Oh,
The Hateful Eight.
That's
yes,
it.
The Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight. Good job. Good job.
I love that movie.
The what?
Hateful
love
Eight.
it.
I love
Because
that
you know
movie.
what? All of those are Tarantino. Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
Django.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
He started everything Tarantino.
Yeah, he gonna do
Tarantino.
something.
That's my boy.
All right, y'all. Who we doing next? Are we doing Halle, Taraji, or Denzel?
Well, let's go with Taraji. We're doing
Let's go with Taraji. All right, Taraji P.
Baby
Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button is definitely one of them.
My favorite one. My favorite movie.
Baby Boy.
Nope. You got to think more commercial.
Oh, what's the one where she was like
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Hustle and Flow is on there.
Come on.
That's right. That's right.
I'll sit back. I'll let y'all take the other two.
What's the one? Antoinette. You know, when she was like the spy. She was the killer.
No. I'll give you a hint. The kid that she played with, Dad, was the first person that we did.
We remember that.
Will Smith was the first person.
She was with Jay.
Karate Kid.
Never seen that.
I wouldn't remember
Never
that.
seen it.
And finally, Hidden Figures.
Ah, yes, great.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
We're a little bit over our
Like,
time.
y'all
But
know how long it takes to go to the bathroom?
you sweaty. All right, we're gonna do one more just because you cannot leave Denzel out. Denzel Washington, give me 4 that he is known for.
Glory.
No.
The Equalizer.
Actually, no.
Fences.
Fences is on here.
Fences.
Training Day.
Training Day is definitely on there.
Man on Fire is a great one.
Yeah.
It's a great one, but it's not on there.
Mo Better Blues.
Eating Ace.
It's just the last.
What was that? The newest one he just got on.
Oh no! I just know this hell.
Gladiator. He was on the Gladiator. The
Gladiator, yeah.
Y'all will not guess the other two, so I'll just give them to you.
No. We can guess the other two. Wait a minute now.
I give you 30 seconds to guess the other two. Let me give you a hint. One of them is a true story.
John Q.
And it's not Malcolm X.
No, the football movie.
What? It's not Malcolm X?
And it's not John Q. And it's not the football movie. Let's think military, Malcolm.
Oh yeah, he was a
no, not a soldier story.
No, he was a
Full Metal
lawyer.
Jacket.
No, he was a lawyer in that movie.
Pelican Brief. Is it the Pelican Brief?
The Pelican Brief.
How about Antoine Fisher?
Oh yes,
He was a lawyer in
I've
that.
never seen it.
And somebody said He Got Game. That's a good one, but no,
He Got
Book of
Game.
Eli is the last one.
Can't help you just remember that prostitute scene in that movie. Don't get your head out the gutter now.
Antoine Fisher will make you cry. It's such
Will
a
it?
yeah.
It will make you cry. Absolutely.
Y'all have to just tell me about it.
Big in that movie.
Good.
It's a good movie. It's a couple. All right, y'all. That was a lot of fun. Brought to you by Ace's Power Wash. And we'll talk more about that here in just a little bit. See y'all in about a minute and a half.
Squad. Unexpected like a mixtape, catch you at your crib if you read this is too late. When the chopper at it, now he running like a track race. Catching by waiting on his dinner, cut his head off even with a full plate. Put the metal to his mouth, now I call it race face. Unexpected.
Lift every voice and sing.
Rebranded started in 2012 after the death of Trayvon Martin. My friend Eric Russell and I thought maybe the problem is us, the black community.
So we decided to start an organization to help change the image
of how America
sees
how
the world sees us.
The simple things like pulling up our pants or eliminating the use of the N-word
would help move black men
and black women
to a more positive direction.
Capital
R-E-B-R-A-N-D
U.S. But after years of a hiatus, for personal reasons,
and bringing on new friends,
we, the people of the United States, witnessed the murder of George Floyd for 9 minutes and 29 seconds.
We then realized
it wasn't just us who needed to rebrand it.
It was the U.S.
Hence the lowercase
R-E-B
R-A-N-D
capital U
capital S.
And that's what we stand for today.
An opportunity for a second chance. An opportunity for grace
and mercy.
Love.
That opportunity must start, however,
by rebranding me
and rebranding you.
To rebrand us.
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 Day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are Rebranded Podcast. We're here with Malcolm and Amber Snell. We're having a good time talking about mental health. Before we went to the break, we said we're going to ask a few more questions about how does stress show up differently in men and in women. So I'm going to throw that question out there to you, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody actually answer, but I know that Malcolm, y'all, and Amber, y'all are the experts, but I just throw it out to the whole audience.
Men suppress.
Yeah, women are more open, more willing to kind of get it out there.
Do you find that a lot of women are open, or do you think, because I'm speaking for myself, is that, you know, when you're a single, and Nikki kinda, not trying to speak for you, sweetheart, but when you're a single parent and you are having to do it all, you kind of become into this role that is not a man, but kind of because you're responsible for everything. So you can't quit, right? You can't have a breakdown because kids don't eat if I have this breakdown. If I'm curled up in the bed, who's gonna pay the bills? So you have to build yourself in such a way that you have to be a lot stronger than you probably should be. How do you break that? Because I have to keep going. What else can I do? So I have to push through, right? So what is it that you would say to the, not just men, because we know that they, you know, bottle and they keep it, but I think, and at least in my case, because I can speak for myself, that women do it too. It just depends on what kind of woman it is.
Yashika, you're speaking my language, because in a multitude of ways, that is the reason why we have the price point that we have. Because let me tell you how many times people have fought me on this price, and I would not budge because I was a single mom for 14 years. And so that is, and not only just the press, but you've got to put on a fake smile. You've got to put on a fake facade. You got to fake it till you make it.
Yeah, and I'm faking it a little bit right now.
I know that to my core. And so that's where that therapy comes in at an affordable rate. You know, sometimes it is just so unbearable that you don't have it. And a lot of times, I think I saw you say something somewhere that, shoot, I just lost my train of thought, but it'll come back to me. But
okay,
go ahead and finish with my story. But so with us having to do everything all the time, right? And Malcolm and I have not been married for all too long. And so what I talk about is being in your feminine power and in your masculine power. You know what I'm saying? And so even as he and I moved in together, we started this life together, I had to learn how to take off my masculine power.
Yeah.
And for somebody who's got to be in control all the time, that can come with just as much, you know, bumpy in the road as anything else. So that's where the mental health capacity comes in, and that's where therapy comes in, and that exactly is why it's an affordable rate.
And that's great.
And I wanted to lean in as well.
Nikki, just wanted to add real fast that imagine, it's all right. Imagine if you had, as a single mom, you know, kids are put down to bed and it's 12 o'clock at night and you want to cry and you don't have anybody to talk to. That's where you come in and you go and you talk to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's dope.
That's real good.
Sorry about that, Nikki.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I was listening to the music. I guess I wanted to lean in and ask you all, do you find that there are any differences in the deterrence with men and women with seeking therapy? Because, and I'm asking, being a woman, as Yashika was saying, given the seasons that women go through, postpartum, sometimes our hormones are imbalanced. And so some of us may say, well, I'm not going to lean into therapy because I feel like this is situational. And as you all know, I think it's the stigmas are more so going away, but there are stigmas out there. I think they're lessened now than where they were before. And so I'm wondering if you all have heard or seen that some women just maybe don't lean into therapy because they're thinking like, oh, it's just situational because I'm going through XYZ season. And I don't want to start the therapy and then be labeled, a mental health concern and have to deal with those stigmas. So just wondering.
Yeah, that's a huge point because, as a person who, anytime you get put on medication or you're at the brink of getting put on medication, then you get this feeling of, oh no, I'm broken, right? Or there's something wrong with me. And that in itself can be really hard to overcome, where if you shift that mindset of, hey, this is just a tool to help me be the best version of myself, right? Yeah. So whether it's like you said, postpartum or perimenopause or full-blown menopause, help comes in so many different varieties, right? And so it's okay to get help. And like you were saying, the stigma's kind of lifting, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to admit there's something wrong with them, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where our advocating for people that are on this call, for people who, I mean, advocacy is key for everything that we do here.
I'll tell you one more thing, is that I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people who have jobs like firefighters, police, anybody who works in a government type job, if you go to your mental health platform on your job, that immediately gets reported to your employer.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will lose their clearance. They won't be able to do what they do. And so that keeps a lot of people away. So our program doesn't. We were adamant about making sure it's absolutely confidential.
Yes.
So they can come and get the help that they need, and not have it affect their job in any way, shape, or form.
I have one more. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say one more thing, and then I'm gonna go back here and keep listening. But one of the things that listening to Nikki, for me, seasonal, I don't know about that much, but a lot of, at least women, speaking for myself, I have to push through because this is just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
And as you talk about, like you people don't like to admit when something is wrong with them. But if you have, let's say, I'm a nurse, so I talk like a wound that's gaping, right, and that's bloody and pussy, you'll go and get that checked out. But what if you have a mental wound that's bloody, that's gaping, that's poisoning your body, but you don't get that checked? You just try to get through it. But if you have this open wound that you can see, it's causing you all this distress, you go to the hospital, you take care of that. And so I think as I get older, I look more in mental health. I see a lot of mental health residents. I've sent a lot out to get mental help, but I just think, I don't know where I was going with it. I just think it's a wonderful program. And I'd love to have credentials and like partner up to help other people, including myself.
And I wanted to, if I can, Anthony, forgive, because we're talking about the ladies here. But yeah, I think that's wonderful too, in terms of how you all brought up the stigma from the workplace. Because I think that's a deterrent as well. I can say personally, there was a time where I navigated an incredibly traumatic circumstance in my life, and I was resilient enough and reflective and self-aware enough to reach out and say, hey, I'm going to take myself through therapy to kind of overcome this trauma, and also to take my children through some therapy to overcome that trauma. Yet it wasn't until I did that therapy that I recognized the extent of the PTSD that I was experiencing and how I was showing up in the workplace. But I will say that when I was navigating that and processing through that and getting the therapy and healing my family, the workplace, they were not sympathetic or compassionate. And the way that I was acted upon, from the workplace when I was navigating through that PTSD, that itself kind of, in reflection, if I was a different person and wasn't as courageous and resilient as I am, then I would have just said, like, no, like Yashika said, like, I'm just going to kind of hide and not deal with it because of how they were not sympathetic and compassionate.
Yeah. And the number one thing is that they're not trained to deal with that. A lot of times employers want to replace you rather than help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So many people out there that, we don't want to deal with her. So we're just going to go ahead and replace her. You know? Yeah.
Hey, Hemp says men have stress responses that come out in anger and or physical violence.
Agreed.
Women's stress is internal and will affect their bodies, such as migraines, or cause them to skip meals or sleep. I'm laughing because I told Nikki I couldn't read the other day. Hey, look, when we come back, I want to ask, what's the difference in how you train men versus women? Like, what different strategies do you take, or is it the exact same strategy? That's something I want to ask when we come back from this quick break.
Okay.
I'm not ready. Hold on. I wasn't ready.
It was its own way.
There we go.
Unexpected like a mixtape, catch you at your crib if you read this is too late. When the chopper at it, Now he running like a track race. Catching while he waiting on his venom. Cut his head off even through the full plate.
You know, Ace, I may have forgotten to upload your Ace Power Wash. Sorry about that.
That's quite all right.
Hey, Ace Power Wash. If you want your yard power wash, please call 469.
Please don't judge me off of this commercial. I'll tell you that.
They did you wrong.
You get what you pay for. Young, stressed, and silent. You're watching Rebrand This Podcast. You're with Malcolm and Amber Snell, along with the Ace, Nikki, and Yashika, and myself, Anthony Goodson. Y'all, we're talking pretty good on healthcare. We've kind of dug into this quite a bit this month, and I think we're going to dig into a little bit more next month. I think it's a big thing, but I think before we took the break, the question was what differences, what coping mechanisms or strategies actually do you guys take depending on the gender of the person, male versus female? Is one more hands-on and one more not? How does that work?
Well, our take on it is we know that therapy is not one size fits all, right? As a woman in my over 40 category, as a mom of 4, as a business owner, as a wife, I'm not going to really mesh with a 60-year-old therapist, right? Male therapist, we're just not going to feel nothing. But we have a platform full of providers that when you call in, they can connect you with the right provider. So we're not actually providing the therapy. So we definitely work with getting the men with the men and women with women, or whoever they think would be the best.
And again, going back to the triage line, all of our therapists are trained the same way. They're all licensed, they're all trained, right? But that triage line is so important because that person can figure out what's going on and try and match them up. If it's a teenager, you may put them with a younger therapist. If they're an older person or a veteran, or it's a really devout Christian person, we may put them with a different therapist. And it's all about matching them up with the right therapist. There's really no distinction between male and female. It's really about the situation. That's
okay. So
on.
Malcolm, I'm glad you said that. We talked about this last night, and let me preface my question first. But I was a pharmaceutical rep, and while I was a pharmaceutical rep, went to a place one time, and this woman, she said, "Hey, I want you to tell all your Black family members who got whatever it was." We talked about this last night. Do not take this medication. And then she showed me pictures of why we should not take this medication, and it only happened to Black people, right? And yet the doctor was like an Indian or something, and he just prescribed it. He didn't see race. But anyway, it was making their lips all swollen. It was just doing a number to these people. They were suffocating. Wow. And so, at that moment, people started to say, well, maybe racially people should start being together. You know what I mean? So in other words, I say all that just to say, racially does it matter when you have a Black therapist with a Black person, et cetera, et cetera, a male therapist with a male patient?
Female may come into it to a very small extent, but racially, I don't think it matters at all. When you, and especially being in an online platform,
right.
The race thing goes out the window real quick. They want help so bad. Right. The people that come to our platform need and want help so bad that, they just want someone who's going to be articulate, someone who's going to listen rather than talk first, and really kind of get to the core issue of what's going on and try and help them through over and over and over again. Like we told you, it's unlimited, right? So they're not being charged per visit. So our therapists are paid in a different way. So they're encouraged to have them come back again and develop a relationship with them so they can feel comfortable, talking about everything when they come on. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
How long are the sessions?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Unlimited. So I can call for 30 minutes, hang up, Call right back.
Call back.
Y'all might not want to tell us why we live, but there's a few people that get on y'all nerves. So y'all be like, damn, George calling again.
I'll tell you with HIPAA now. You guys know what HIPAA is, right?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. Where and our therapists never in our data that comes through. They don't complain about the client.
Okay.
We would love to see some of that.
Y'all therapists must be AI, because let me tell you, I work with HIPAA myself. I'm in healthcare, and I will say a name and tell you how I feel about these people.
On the third floor in room 317.
Johnson.
Yeah, all my nerves.
My last nerve. He hadn't gotten on your last nerve. He hadn't gotten on your nerves just yet.
He's my sounding board.
we don't want AI. We don't want AI.
We don't have AI.
We don't have it. Just like we have a lot of companies that come at us that want to buy us, and they want to have us raise the price, right? And I can't tell you how many times that we've talked about it and said absolutely not. No. We don't want to do that. We want to keep it available and affordable, especially for every community out there that struggles with income. So that's our passion, and that's what we feel like we were put here to do. We feel like God put us on a mission to try and help as many souls as we possibly can.
Tony, that was for Air Force. To answer your question, Tony, he was in the Air Force.
I was in the Air Force, yeah.
Oh, okay. We got another Air Force man watching the show. K. Hamp, Air Force man.
Right.
It's all family. Any more questions from anybody in the?
Just kind of going back to the AI really quick. We're in the world of AI. The AI is great in so many ways. But that is one thing that we are very strong on. Whenever I'm in a bad situation or I'm upset or pissed or whatever, I don't want to call and talk to a robot, right? I want somebody with a heartbeat to help me. Yeah. And that's something that we're really proud to say is the people who answer the phone, they even sound like they want to be there.
Thank y'all.
How can I help you? They're service-oriented people.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Hey, y'all get too logical on you. Like after examining your situation, you should go ahead and kill yourself.
Oh no!
Like you should
recommended. It is recommended.
You don't know how to read the room, y'all.
AI just calculating. Still same information. Hey, that's funny though. That's funny. If you think that's funny, Malcolm and Amber, just stay tuned here in just a little bit. Hey, for the audience, votetexas.gov. Go vote early. Go vote right now. It's actually up. Also, by the way, you can tell us a little bit more about this, Nikki. In calling all DFW high schoolers, scholarships available. $1,000. $1,000 for all DFW high school seniors. Please go and. I think we have this on our Facebook page, but please go and apply because I think they said last year all of them didn't go. So they have plenty of money. Go get your money. All right, y'all. Listen, Malcolm, we've had a great show. Amber, it's been amazing. Oftentimes when we get to this part of the show, this is when it really goes downhill. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you that now.
You ever heard of crabs in the bucket? Y'all ever heard of crabs in the bucket? You witnessing it in live time.
How you doing? My name's Crab.
And I'm the bucket. Here we go.
Hey, yo, who we got on the show next week?
I appreciate you for asking that.
Well, this has been great. I just want to say before we, I continue.
Nancy Jackson just died now.
Well, this has been great. I think that your platform is amazing. I think it's a greatest testament of love. So I'm so happy for y'all and very proud of your stuff. And I need some collateral and stuff so I can pass it on. Yeah. Hey, yo, Ace.
Hey, what's up, Yashiki?
Who we got on the show next week?
I thank you for asking. Well, next week, in the spirit of love, we're actually going to be interviewing married couples that swing at the playground. We'll be discussing, are they risk takers or just confused? That's who we'll be talking
to. Speaking of swing and a miss. Malcolm, Amber, what do y'all give from 1 to 10? What do you give his AOA's joke?
I give it a 5.
Yeah.
A 5. That's pretty high.
Now I'm hurt. Y'all gonna have to hear me call in and complain about that unlimited times.
All in.
Malcolm, welcome to the bucket.
I said, welcome to the bucket.
Welcome to the bucket. Audience, the audience is taking their time on this one. I think that they're trying to be now. Tony Goodson says, "Damn." 7. Because he was upset. He done waited all week for that. That's what he said. All right, y'all. Hey, it's been a really good show. Young, Stressed, and Silent with Malcolm and Amber Snell. Hey, y'all have any last words and any way that they can contact you? Any phone numbers? I think I pulled up most of that stuff. I'll put it up on the screen right now.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of open the door. Thank you. First of all, thank you, Carla Harris, for connecting us.
All right, Carla.
Very thankful for her. I know she's a dedicated follower. She's an amazing, amazing woman. Thank you all for having us. One last thing I do want to mention is Malcolm has a mentorship program. It's a probation program for Dallas County. He helps mentor young men who are in the judicial system, and he can take them as far as they need to go. I've seen him transform the lives of young men who went from, I felt like I had no future, to, wow, the world is my oyster. I've seen him get felony charges dropped off of young men's cases through the relationship and the growth that they've seen. So I'll let him talk a little bit more about that. And again, thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
Before you say anything, I must apologize. I was supposed to have more of the show about that too, but I think we got real deep in this.
That just means we need another show. That's all.
That's right. We're happy to come back on anytime. I'm going to get it right. All you have to do is go to FMW Probation Program.org. FMW Probation Program.org, and it's a very comprehensive website. It really goes through everything, and of course we embedded our mental health program in there as a baseline for that, and so that's a tremendous part of our business.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Definitely spread that around.
We would definitely love to have you guys on again. Hey, by the way, we're about to end the show, but don't go anywhere. Sit here for a moment, if you will. We love to speak with you for about 2 or 3 minutes after the show. Next week, we got a great show. I think we might be on location. We'll change that. We'll let you know accordingly. But thank you to everyone who watched the show, everyone who's going to watch the show later. Malcolm, Amber, we appreciate you once again. Carla, thank you too, by the way. And we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.